Hi, John Lay here with another hot take. Today's hot take is on Training Orchestra. I just got done a 1-hour briefing with the founder and CEO of Training Orchestra, Stefan Pinault, and we learned all about this solution. Training Orchestra is a training resource management system. It's not an LMS. It complements learning technology stacks, including LMS, but commonly with CRMs and ERPs and HR systems, virtual classrooms, and other tools as a part of the stack to help run training business. Training Orchestra has been around for 20 years, and what they do is they help manage ILT, which could be virtual instructor-led training, hybrid sessions, live sessions, or any combination of the both, or of those three. As it turns out in the industry, as LMSs evolved into the cloud over the last 20 years, a lot of them left behind the innovation and the capability to manage complex instructor-led training. And so there's a big gap in learning technology systems between what training organizations need and what LMSs provide. And that's the world that Training Orchestra lives in. And so they help you do all the things that don't sound glamorous, but really provide a 25% or even a 30% increase in productivity and in fiscal return from using their system. So things like scheduling classes, scheduling instructors, scheduling resources, but doing that in an automatic way. So for example, what you can do in a very graphical and a calendar format is create new classes and create a new version of that. And it's really quick, like in seconds, to inherit all the right properties and do the conversions into the right time zone, into the right currency, and all the things that 100% of the time you would have to do in a manual way, if you could even get that far in learning management systems. And so what organizations do, because learning management systems can't do this, they have to use Excel spreadsheets and Outlook and different tools. And all of those are manual interventions to manage the resources to find it. So if you have 20 or 50 or 600 instructors managing their skills, what they do, when they're available, what courses they're teaching, what they're qualified to teach, all that is siloed inside the organizations because it's so much data that needs to be. So what Training Orchestra does is just automate that. They take all the things that you would do in scheduling and just making them easy with less clicks, with more ability to do things faster. So like in a lot of LMSs, you can clone an instructor-led class, but when you clone it, some of the metadata carries forward, a lot of it doesn't. You have to reset the dates. Well, in Training Orchestra, you can say, I want to duplicate this class or clone it, and you can say, I just don't want to do it one time, but I want to do it 10 times, and I want to have it on starting on these days and have it automatically figure out that, we want it every other day for 2 hours, scheduled in Zoom, started off with follow-on and collaboration sessions that are live, and it'll just build that all out for you automatically. It is really slick. The reporting's slick also because they take it the extra step. So the reporting is reporting. You can get at the data, you can create special reports. It's role-based security, but they've packaged the reports that already have the dashboards and what you need at the pre-configured reports to run a training business that is measuring productivity, resource allocation, instructor allocation, profitability, really a variety of these different things that are important to every training business. I forgot to mention what type of training businesses. Well, typically larger ones on a global basis that are in for-profit training companies, associations, professional associations, and really any corporation that needs to manage multiple audiences at once. So managing the resources and the content for instructor-led processes for employees, for partners, or channel or customers and prospects, or any combination of those views. So all in all, just managing the process of putting on, they have like a whole task management system that's built in. So when you're hosting a new class or a new instance of a class, what are the 10 or 50 things that you have to do? And it's keeping track of that in a visual way with green, orange, and yellow that shows you what's coming up. You can see all your tasks together. You can look at it for a particular class. You can look at it from an administrative view or from an instructor view standpoint. Even the concept I mentioned of mapping the skills and competencies of trainers, but when you don't have the right trainer, to be able to go out to your field of trainers and say, here's what I'm looking for, who's qualified to do this. So a whole bunch of functionality and technology that you just don't see in LMSs, but all of it in combination is going to make the automation of a training business sing, and sing in maybe a non-glamorous but very effective and measurable way. And that is what Training Orchestra brings to the table. Thanks for joining me for another hot take. We'll see you on the next one.